Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allenderry. I'm a speech-language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We are a nonprofit organization located in Richardson, Texas. Our mission is to help people with Parkinson's and other movement disorders regain and retain your speech, with the goal of also minimizing future swallowing complications. That's why we exist. And we're conducting these home practice sessions to help you establish and maintain a consistent speak out home practice routine. Today's topic, we're going to talk a little bit about our Learn About Parkinson's webinar. Everybody say that with intent. Ready? Learn About Parkinson's webinar. All right, and those of you that have been practicing with me know that we need to get a photo of me holding this card. So what we do at the beginning of our sessions is we smile with intent for a couple seconds. Ready? Here we go. That's it. Did I say 10 seconds? 2 seconds. I'm not sure what I said. Let's all take a sip of water and then we will get started with our speak out exercises. And today is our Learn About Parkinson's webinar. It will be hosted right after this session at 10:30. Elizabeth will post the link, or you can go to the homepage of parkinsonvoiceproject.org and you will see Learn About Parkinson's webinar on the homepage. It is so important that all of you attend this webinar. I think it's probably, well, I'd like to say it's the most important step in managing Parkinson's. I really do think it's that important. All right. Let's exercise our speech and our voice. We're starting with speak out exercise number 1, the warm up. I want you to lift your voice and speak out. When I say lift, I mean it's may, me. It's not may, me, my. Ready? Let's do it together. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Connect the sounds. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Are you exaggerating? Are you using intent? Let's really think about every single syllable. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. And you notice that I had to take a breath in there, and that's okay. You connect as many as you can. But when you start to run out of air, when you feel the sound going to the back of your throat, you just take a quick breath and keep speaking out. Take a sip of water with intent. At our speech therapy clinic in Richardson, Texas, we recommend that our patients attend the Learn About Parkinson's webinar before they start speak out therapy. So they do that first thing after their speech evaluation. And then once a year, we encourage them and their families and their close friends to attend. Let's move on to speak out exercise number 2, the ahs. Deliberately open your mouth. Did you get one of these mirrors? They're sold on Amazon. I like them because they have different colors. You don't have to get pink, but a lot of people are finding it helpful to put it in front of your computer. You don't want to be looking at it the whole time, but just glance at it. Make sure your mouth is as open as you think it is. Let's do an ah. Ready? Ah. Good. Let's do it again. All right. Let's do it again. You want the sound to be clear. It shouldn't sound scratchy. It shouldn't hurt either. If it hurts, then you don't want to do these exercises. Go talk to your speech language pathologist. Let's do a shorter one. We'll hold this one about 5 seconds. Ready? Again. Good job. It is not easy to do the Go ahead and take a sip of water. You're really trying to coordinate the breath support with the phonatory system or the vocal folds. And for the sound to come out the same volume, to be clear, really takes a lot of control. Let's move on to speak out exercise number 3, the glides. I want you to project a steady forward. It should be, I don't want you really thinking about your pitch when you produce that just have it come out. And then after you produce the steady one, then slowly start to glide. Here we go. Good. Now the sound should kind of grow as you're going higher. It's growing, and when you're going down, it's also growing. Okay, getting bigger. Let's try it again. Good. Let's do it again. We're working hard. The sound is in front of you, not here. In front. Even though you're going up and down, you're still speaking out. Let's do it again. Good job. Let's take a sip of water. All right. The next speak out exercise is the counting. When we do the counting, we are coordinating not just the breathing muscles and the vocal folds, but also the articulators. These are the muscles we use to articulate with, to chew our food with, also to smile with. Let's lift our voices and project them forward. We're connecting the numbers, okay? Don't think about your breath. Just tell yourself, I need to project my voice forward. I need to speak out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. Make sure to stop at the end of each line all the way. Stop all the way. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to do it one more time. We usually always do the counting sequence 3 times, even when you're going through Speak Out Therapy. We're going to start with 16 and go backwards. All right? I won't hold up the card. I'm going to cue you with my hands. You don't need to use your hands. Just project your voice over my head. Ready? 16. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Go ahead and take a sip of water before we do the reading. I would like to show you a picture from our website. It's on our website under our program. When I turn to the side, I've got 2 different screens here, and I want you to see this. Here we go. Let me see if I can make this any bigger. Doesn't want to get that big. Let me go ahead and take off my picture here. So this is our circle of intent, and it's on our website when you look at About Speak Out. About Speak Out. And hopefully you can see it, but this is our whole Speak Out Therapy program. And you notice how at the top is number 1. That's the Speak Out evaluation. Well, number 2 is that you order your workbook or you sign up for the e-library. And then number 3, right here, is the Learn About Parkinson's webinar. So it's so important that when you're starting Speak Out Therapy, that you attend the webinar. And then the concepts in the webinar are just so, they're not difficult, but you need to hear it several times. A lot of what's in the webinar is what Dr. Daniel R. Boone taught me. He is the one who first discovered how intent can help people with Parkinson's, and I had to hear him lecture about it several times before I really got it. And so I hope that you will sign up for the webinar. Let's go ahead and do the reading. Lisa prepared this for us. Let's all say, Learn About Parkinson's webinar. Boy, that's a lot of articulating. Let's say it with intent. Ready? Learn About Parkinson's webinar. Again, Learn About Parkinson's webinar. These are some quotes. Let's read this sentence first. Ready? Today is our Learn About Parkinson's webinar. Now, the more exaggerated you read, the more you exercise the muscles. So act like this is the most exciting thing you've ever heard. Ready? Today is our Learn About Parkinson's webinar. Every single word with intent. Read the next sentence. People are talking about our webinar. Again, like it's really exciting. Ready? People are talking about our webinar. In fact, I checked this morning and there are over 300 people registered to attend the webinar today. Let's read this sentence, which is a quote from someone who attended it. This session was very informative and brings me hope. Again, this session was very informative and brings me hope. Hope is a word we hear a lot. in regards to the webinar. Now, really speak out when you say this. This is a real boost, a thoughtful boost. I really like that. That makes me feel good that someone felt that way. Let's read it again. This is a real boost, a thoughtful boost. Ready? Your presentation was easy to understand. Stretch out that understand. Let's try it again. Your presentation was easy to understand. Now, I now have hope that I can live a happy and productive life even with Parkinson's. And that's what we do want you to learn when you attend the webinar. This is a long sentence, especially if you tend to rush your speech. It's going to be challenging. Let's really throw every single word out in front of us with intent. Ready? I now have hope that I can live a happy and productive life even with Parkinson's. Take a sip of water. We're moving on to our cognitive exercise, which requires us to think and process our thoughts, organize our thoughts, and then speak out. What are some misconceptions about Parkinson's? What are some things you've heard in the media that maybe now that you've attended the webinar or you've been practicing with us, now you know that those things are not true? Go ahead, with intent. One misconception is people in the media, or the media tends to lump Alzheimer's and Parkinson's together, and that is not true. All right, I want you to think of your very close friends. These are the people you see every week. Maybe you go out to dinner with them. I want you to think of family. Who are the important people in your life that know about your diagnosis and would love to support you and help you? These are the people that need to come to the webinar. Go ahead and name some people. Name 3 to 5 people that you can think of that you might invite to the webinar. Your family and friends might be worried, and if they attend the webinar, they're going to have a much better understanding of Parkinson's and be able to support you in the right way. Not feel sorry for you, but support you. And then, do you know the answer to this question? How often is the Learn About Parkinson's webinar presented? Did you say that with intent? Answer it again. How often do we present the webinar? That's right, once a month, always on the second Tuesday of every month. Let's go ahead and do Dr. Boone's words. Speaking of Dr. Boone, he gave us these words to help you to lift the back of your tongue. I want you to exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. When you produce those sounds, the back of the tongue goes up and hits the palate, hits the roof of the mouth. And that's the same movement that you use when you swallow. And that's the significance of these words. Say each one twice with a lot of intent. Gu la gang ga ga. Gu la gang ga ga. Next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Ready? Gangla. Gangla. And the next one. Ku kla. Ku kla. Good job. Take a sip of water if you need it. We're going to do the bonus reading. The bonus reading is a testimonial we received after the webinar. We don't have any of the words highlighted for this one. The bonus reading, if you're new to these sessions, is more challenging because we are reading one sentence, then another one, then another one. We're not stopping. We're trying to coordinate our breathing with our vocal folds, with our tongue and our lips, all at the same time. Let's read this with intent. Imagine you're making a big announcement. Ready? I've spent a lifetime being grateful for my voice. Start over. I've spent a lifetime being grateful for my voice as a singer, a storyteller, and speaker. One of the first things I did when I was diagnosed with Parkinson's was sign up for the Learn About Parkinson's webinar. There, I not only learned how speak out therapy could help me maintain my speech and swallowing, but I also learned I had more control over all my movements, such as walking and writing. I left the session feeling positive. I now knew that all was not lost. I had hope. You can download today's reading material. Take what you learned during this session. Did you notice how much intent, how much control, when we read the bonus reading? That's what you're trying to get to. And can you tell we're really trying to push the webinar? I really do think it is. If it's not the most important step, it's pretty high up there. I think it's the most important step in managing Parkinson's. So I hope you'll join us. Go ahead. Elizabeth has posted the link. It's a Zoom webinar, so you just go in and register. And you can also get to it from our website, the homepage, ParkinsonVoiceProject.org. And please, when you attend it, please take the time to fill out the feedback at the end. I do look at it, and I'm always wanting to improve. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.